Hi everyone. If you're watching this, it probably means the internet's not working because otherwise I would just do this live over the video teleconferencing software. But as you know, I'm off on deployment right now, so maybe in some ways this is like a very appropriate place to eulogize Papa because we had that military connection and I always thought that was very special. When I joined the Army, the reaction was mixed, to say the least. But one person who was very enthusiastic and very proud, and everyone was, but Papa especially, because we were sort of like, at the time, the only two people in the family that had that military experience. So that was always a very special thing we shared. So in some ways, we're sharing it now. And in fact, this flag behind me, I was going to give to him when I got back with the certificate and all that stuff. So I will still do that, but sort of under different circumstances. But I just wanted to share my favorite memory of Papa, and there were many good ones. I always liked going to visit them in South Carolina. Had lots of fun times in that neighborhood. That's where that big tornado was that knocked the tree over onto that bridge that was required to get out to that rental house. And I remember Papa going out there with the chainsaw and cutting the tree off the bridge, which I thought was like a super cool and manly thing to do. And Papa was a manly guy. He was a very serious guy too. A lot of his advice I didn't really understand till I was older. I remember he would always tell me not to run outside in my socks because socks were expensive. And as an adult, I don't. I take my socks off before I go outside. So I happen to agree with him on that one. It just took me some time to come around to it. But my favorite memory is not a serious one. It's a fun one. And that's when I was probably 7 or 8 years old. My parents bought plane tickets for me, Matt, and Amy to head down to visit them in Holiday, Florida. And even at that age, I was airplane obsessed, so this was already awesome that I was going to get to fly on a plane. And to go without my parents seemed like very grown up and very awesome. So the three of us flew down, and as soon as we got out of the jetway, Pop and Grandma were standing there to greet us. And this was before you weren't allowed to go to the gate anymore to greet your friends. But we walked out, and both of them had these big smiles on their face. And I don't remember what Grandma was wearing, but Papa was wearing his trademark white undershirt and slacks. And his face just lit up when we walked out, and so did ours. And then he went down on one knee and put his arms out wide for like a hug. And I ran out and gave him this like big bear hug, and then we drove home from the airport. And I just remember, it's more of a sense memory than anything, of just like how excited everyone was. Like I could tell me, Matt, and Amy were super excited to be there, and I could tell that they were really excited to have us there. So it was like a fun, like real lighthearted, joking around car ride. The only specific memory I have of the conversation was Papa asking me what my favorite food was, and I told him McDonald's, and he said that McDonald's is Eckaboy. He always declared all foods either Eckaboy or Boy. So McDonald's, I learned, was Eckaboy. But we went back to their house and just had like this awesome week. We went on that John boat and saw the alligators and screwed around in the neighborhood. Papa had that white pickup truck, which I thought was awesome. I never knew anyone with a pickup truck. And he didn't wash it every weekend with soap and a hose like my dad did. So I thought it was fascinating that he just let the rain wash his car. But that's a very practical and economical solution to washing your car. So it was perfect for Papa. But he was a wonderful grandfather. I literally have no negative memories of him whatsoever. Not yelling or acting inappropriately or anything like that. So I think for many people's situation, that's a very special thing. So I cherish all the time I spent with both Papa and Grandma. So sorry again, I can't be there. But I loved Papa very much, and if you're watching this video right now, I love all of you very much too. And I'll see you guys soon.